What's up out there? Welcome back to some more Melvor Idle, and we have patch 1.2.2, which is the patch they talked about. I don't know, it seems like it was a week or two ago. Doesn't seem like it was that long ago, but they said there was no release date set for it, and I checked my Steam news today, and boom, there it was. So we do have a number of new items to go into. It doesn't look like there's no new skills, mastery, monsters, or pets, because those are all at 100%, but there are new items, and I haven't really looked at this, so I thought I would just go in here and take a look. Oh, yeah, they've added a whole bunch of stuff. So there's a reduced hit point gem, doubling gem, max hit point gem, slayer gem, dungeon gem, combat gem, and combination fury gem, which if I look at these patch notes, it says that one combines all of these other gems into it plus some other stuff. Then there's those three items that I'm still missing. I haven't worked on them. There's a barrier god shard, which I'm going to assume goes into these Ragnar items down here. So one thing we did not have when the expansion hit was upgrades for all the god gear, and that's what this adds, which seems like an oversight to me. Like, I would have expected that to have been here a long time ago. But I mean, it's good that we had the ancient gear or whatever, but I feel like the god gear would have just been common sense to put into it. I mean, it's already there, but whatever. It is what it is. So I believe if we go into our combat area, oh, they also changed combat. So these things don't, their barrier doesn't respawn. I better look at the notes. So they've added a Summoner's Defender for an offhand, which is minus 10% summoning familiar attack interval obtained from the Trickery chest, which is over here. So there's a dungeon gem in there that we need to get. I don't have the Summoner's Defender and Barrier Exalted Shard. Is that a new one? There's a new shard. No, I think it was called something else. Then there's the Night Summoning Defender, which decreases attack interval, decreases summoning attack interval. Oh yeah, there is some combat changes. I think they changed the summoning interval in general, unless they just put these in here. Upgrading 3 Summoner's Defenders and 3 Knights Defenders. Okay, we'll have to upgrade that. There's the Summoner's Blessed Ring. This is from the Trickery chest. So obtained from Trickery chest, Summoner's Blessing Ring. Do I not see that? Did they get notes wrong? I'm not seeing that. Well, Summoner's Blessing Ring, minus 10% summoning familiar attack interval obtained from the Trickery chest. Which is that? There's only one ring, and it's the Barrier Eroding Ring. So somebody messed up. I haven't played enough of this to know. I don't remember if the doubling gem was there before or not. And we'll have to dig into this and find out. There are some new consumables up in the shop. I think they said it was in. I took a quick glance at this earlier. Oh, nice. Ooh, I like that. So there's this travel token we can buy, which we have to donate museum tokens for. There's a dig site token. Do these wear out, or are they just one-time purchases? Then there's an enhanced spyglass lens. You have to upgrade. You can upgrade your old spyglass lens from there. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here. So archaeologists, these are consumables here. Summoner's Blessing. You can buy some topaz bolts. I like that. That's pretty cool. So if you keep working on cartography, you can actually buy topaz bolts, sapphire bolts, and the enchanted versions of these. That's cool. That's a good way to get that stuff. Summoner's Pack, you can get red and green shards, and then you can get blue, green, red, green, blue, and silver. And then there's another one. There's a third one. And you can buy combat supplies with adamant, javelins, chaos runes, big bones. I like that. I don't know that I'll ever use javelins, but you can sell these dragon javelins. That's nice, because I bet that's a chunk of change if you sell that out. 400 javelins, though, that might not be that much for 400,000. But that's cool. They've added a whole bunch of stuff in here. I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, skill upgrades are done. Did we get anything new in Slayer? Does not look like it. No new gloves, probably no new skill capes. I think it's all in. Yeah, I'm guessing it's all in this one spot. Did they change anything in township? I have to clean my township out. Nope, doesn't look like I've added anything here. So, okay. Let's see, what else do we get? Upgraded God gear. All of the God gear now upgrades, which I have over here somewhere, I believe. Or is it in the normal section? Where do I have combat stuff? I'm getting so many tabs, I'm starting to lose out. Okay, we can upgrade. Yep, so I'm going to have to work on imbued bars. I already have the shards for this, so I just need to get the Dragonite bars, and then we can upgrade that. That's cool. So that's easily done. And the Ragnar stuff, that's going to take a lot of these Dragonite bars. Okay, we'll be working on that. Definitely going to be working on that. Let's see here. Barrier God Shard. Used for high level. Did I skip anything? Each God piece has... Each God piece B. Oh, so these are going to upgrade to the barrier, and then they're going to upgrade again to the crystallization part. That's cool. That's definitely what that needs to do. So we've got a lot of stuff that's going to be expensive to upgrade. Barrier God Shards used for high level gear upgrades like crystallized God gear and the combination Fury Gem obtained from the underwater city, which is the big dungeon down here, isn't it? I have to figure out what these M means. I haven't read that far into it. What are we looking for in here? Well, we get imbued Dragonite bars, so there's a good reason to go in and idle that thing. What am I looking for? Barrier God Shard. They must not have that on the list either. If it comes from here, they did not get that updated. I've got the new version. Okay. I mean, it's got some changes, but not everything. So there's supposed to be something else in here. Looks like maybe they got some, either the directions are, I'm reading this right. Underwater City Dungeon. Yeah, that's it. Because there is the underwater ruins. And if I can click the drops button. Yeah, I don't know if that's any different or not. So they may have some little bugs to work out here and there. New shop purchases, the travel token, dig site token, enhanced spyglass lens, summoner's blessing. We looked at all this stuff. Some of the consumables, topaz bolts, blah, blah, blah. Let's see, we've got the summoner's packs and combat supplies, which is very cool. They did some barrier content balancing, which let's go do a fight. We can toss these guys on. I believe they said the first few combat areas, these things are not supposed to regenerate their barrier. Probably need to have something a little bit thicker on here. What's the most difficult thing I could fight? Because I think it's just the first couple areas. Early to mid-game monsters, the Iconic Cave, Mucky Cave, Tree Overgrowth, Collapse City, Golem Territory, and Unholy Forest. Unholy Forest was... Where was the Unholy Forest at? Nope, I don't want you open. That's Tree Overgrowth. Unholy Forest. Is it just a dungeon? Yeah. I don't remember what this runs with. Probably melee. So yeah, they're not regenning. Every time a monster regenerates barrier, they receive a stacking debuff, which applies 5% slow. Oh, so they slow down. That's what it was. Monsters with barrier now drop barrier dust on death like bones. The amount of barrier dust drop scales with the monster's barrier. Maximum barrier value can also be doubled. Oh, you can double the return on that. Monsters with barrier regen will now display it as a passive. Cool. So that'll be down here if it's going to regen. So this one does not. Let's go to something that does regenerate. It should be the Trickery Temple, I would assume. And we need to run this with ranged. Barrier regeneration. Regenerates 25% barrier every 7 attack turns. That's cool. So they actually tell you in there. All right, cool. I can dig that. So, monster drops. Rare equipment obtained from monsters in underwater ruins combat areas are now 25% more common, so that's cool. Granite Golem will now drop imbued bronze bars. Where did we fight the Granite Golem at? Wasn't in here, was it? Oh yeah, it was the quarry. Granite Golem's going to drop imbued iron bars. Awesome. That's cool. Ranged one's going to drop the imbued steel. Earth one is imbued mithril. All right, cool. Magic is going to drop several. Imbued mithril, adamantite, and runite. Cool. So you can get that stuff from combat. That's going to be a huge bonus. Did they change anything in here? Nope. They did not. Dungeon chest. Treacherous chest now drops up to 10. Siphoning barrier gems and up to 250 imbued dragonite bars. Ritual chest now drops up to 100. Where are we at? The ritual chest here. Which one's the ritual chest? This one. Runite bars, dragonite bars, summoner's blessing ring. Did we get that before? I don't remember if that was there or not. You know, I kind of got all these items and I never really looked at what I got for the most part, unfortunately. I kind of just, because it's a completion account, I just looked at everything that I had and I equipped the best that I had at the moment and started doing stuff. So, buff summoning XP from barrier. So that's cool. It went from 0.45 to 0.67. The tortoise and summoning synergy. So somebody pointed out that there was no, slayer tasks for any of this. So for the tortoise, they increased summoning familiar damage, added as extra damage to barrier to 75 from 50. The tortoise and cyclops, because there's no slayer tasks for these monsters, now provides plus 20% summoning familiar damage added as extra damage to barrier. The old bonus did nothing as barrier monsters cannot be a slayer task, so that was a little oversight there. And then tortoise plus dragon, increased chance to apply barrier burn to 20% up from 10. Let's see. Boy, these patch notes go on for quite a while. Barrier gear. They've increased flat barrier damage on pretty much everything. So ancient goes from 40 to 50. Bronze goes from 10 to 15. So they've bumped all of it up through the way. Visual barrier damage. Combat UI now displays your maximum barrier. Oh, I wanted to look at this. This was something I actually wanted to see. So switch over to this. It says it's got your summoning, and these things aren't living long enough. It's got your summoning max hit and your barrier max hit. So they've actually put these on here. That's cool. So there's some entries there. All right, so that's that. And let's see here. We can get out of combat. Now we've got the new donation thing. So if we come down here to archaeology and go to this, we could actually do donate all generic artifacts and see how many museum tokens this comes up. Why it no come up with nothing? Oh, locked is not donated. So I have to go in here and it was this tab and unlock. I forgot about the whole locking thing. So if I donate all this stuff in here, yeah, I just got 693,000 museum tokens. Okay. So that means I can go into the shop and go buy some stuff. All right, so that's kind of cool. I like that. So it basically just turns in all the crap that you don't need, which I don't know if that includes some of this stuff that you would turn in. Actually, you know what? We can go see what got left behind. So yeah, it basically kept certain things, but I don't know what you would use this for. Like the rune mallet. Oh, you can actually equip that. Oh. Were we always able to equip this stuff? I didn't think so. I still don't know why you'd keep the ancient shield. Or shovel. Whatever. I don't know. So that's cool. I didn't realize you could equip some of this stuff. I was kind of... wonder if they changed that for this. Because I didn't think you could equip any of this Aeronite before. But I guess I didn't really pay attention. So let's see here. Museum tokens, blah, blah, blah. Any item from archaeology that has no outside use of selling will be classified as generic artifact, which will be donated with a single click. This includes map items for dig sites, as you don't need to keep them after locating them. Cartography adds a permanent icon to your map. Locked items don't get donated. Base archaeology interval is being reduced to 4 seconds, down from 5, so that's cool to move a little faster. Cartography costs have been reduced depending on your requirement. Unholy prayers now use prayer points on every hit, changed from once per attack turn. Unholy marks can be applied per hit, so it's only fair that prayer points are used upon hit. Other changes increase the chance for some rare cartography travel events to appear. Thank you. That'll be cool. That's probably for getting these items. Blunderbuss special attack for the player now deals up to 15% normal damage per hit instead of always 15% normal damage. And then there's a whole bunch of fixes. They did some Throne of the Herald, some base stuff, and do some other changes in here. Township casual tasks that ask for so many tablets will no longer appear. Do you find at least one of that tablet? That makes sense. Township casual tasks that require you to defeat an enemy using a specific item will no longer appear unless you've found at least one of that item. That also makes sense. And the set item as bank tab icon setting will now reset the icon when the selected item is the same as the one currently set. I don't understand what that means, but whatever. I didn't realize we were able to change the icons. So that is, oh, those actually go into your inventory. Okay. That's cool. I would have thought that was, what's this then? Why does it have plus? There's museum tokens in bank. Huh. I don't know why that plus number is there. I expected that to fill in. So anyway, we got a new patch. We got some new things to grind out. There's some new items to find, a whole bunch of new stuff to go deal with. So I'm going to set this thing on some kind of combat or something. Maybe I'll tinker around with this cartography for a minute. But that will do it for this video. We will catch you on the next one. Take care.